If you're experiencing hair loss, excessive shedding, your edges are not growing, your hair is losing its strength, you experience a lot of split ends even after trimming your hair, and as a result of that, you are no longer retaining length, you are not seeing your hair growing. Also, if you're battling with dandruff and flaky scalp, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a very quick DIY that is going to help you solve all of these problems. The first ingredient you would need is rosemary leaves. In this video, I'm using fresh rosemary leaves. I washed and cleaned them already. You can also make use of the dried rosemary leaves if that is what you have. Rosemary leaves help to prevent baldness and regrow lost hair. It contains antiseptic properties that prevent the scalp from flaking. It helps in the treatment of dandruff. What I did right here is to just cut the rosemary leaves and transfer into my blender. And then I'm going to add any oil of my choice. Right here, this is 40 ml of my herbal oil. You can use any oil of your choice. You can use olive oil, almond oil, coconut oil, any oil you know is good for your hair and your scalp. I just transferred that into the blender as well. Then I'm going to blend everything together. Just going to blend until the rosemary leaves are a bit smooth. You'll definitely not get 100% smooth paste, but at least it should be a bit smooth. So I'm just going to blend for a while before I add my second ingredient. And after blending, this is what I have for now. So I'm just going to keep it aside like this. And my next ingredient is aloe vera. I've had this aloe vera in my fridge for almost a year. When I just brought it out, this is how it was looking. I'm going to link the video on how I made and prevent it for this long without it going bad in the comment section. So you click on the link to watch the video after this one if you're interested. I just left it out to defrost, and after that I cut it into small pieces like this. Aloe vera prevents the hair from breaking, it prevents split ends, it conditions the hair which makes it more manageable, and it also helps in treating scalp issues. So I just transferred that into the blender containing the rosemary leaves and the oil I blended earlier. I did not add any extra oil, so I'm just going to blend this until I get a smooth paste. You know that aloe vera contains gel, so while blending, it is just going to bring out the gel naturally, which is going to make it very easy to blend. After blending for a while, this is what I have. And next, I'm going to transfer into a clean pan. I'll transfer everything carefully into my pan. Remember right here I have 40 ml of oil already. So after blending, this is the paste that I have. Next, I'm going to add extra oil to it. I'll add another 40 ml of my herbal oil, and next I'm going to add pure almond oil. I'm still going to add 40 ml of pure almond oil. Again, you can use any oil of your choice. You must not use the particular ones I am using. Use any oil of your choice, the one that is good for your hair and your scalp. And after transferring all the oil into the ingredients, this is what it looks like. As you can see, they are not well mixed together. So I'll take that to my stove and then put it on medium heat and mix everything to combine together. That is, I'm going to mix until the oil and the aloe vera and rosemary that I've already blended together before, I'm going to mix everything until they are well combined to prevent the oil from frying on one side and the recipes from frying on another side. Make sure you mix them to combine together so you get the best out of this hair growth recipe. To avoid this step, you can also add all your oil and blend them together. But I skipped that because my blender was not really big. And if I add the oil or the amount of oil that I want to use together to blend it, it is going to make a mess. That was why I did not add it initially. If not, it is better you add the amount of oil you want to your ingredients and blend everything so that they will be well combined together. Now the mixture is on my stove and it's on medium heat. I'll just mix it. After mixing everything to combine well together, I left it for like 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes, this is what it looks like. I'm going to come back to stir it. Make sure you are always around to stir it to prevent it from getting burnt. I'm going to stir it very well. And after stirring for like a minute or two, I'm going to leave it again and then come back after 2 minutes to stir it. Make sure you are around to always stir it to prevent it from getting burnt. And if you notice the heat is a bit too high, you reduce it because you don't want to fry it on too much heat, so you'll be able to get the best out of this recipe. When I started, it was on medium heat, and after frying for like 5 minutes, I reduced it from medium heat to low heat. So right now I'm frying it on low heat. After stirring for a minute or two, I'll leave it to fry for a minute and then I'll come back to stir it. Always stick around to stir it to prevent it from getting burnt, and also to turn the ones on top to the bottom and the ones at the bottom to the top, so everything will be well incorporated. I'm showing you all the process so you see how it is going gradually. You don't need to rush the process, be patient with it. And after a while, this is how it is looking. I'm just going to turn off the stove right now because the oil is right on top of the ingredients already, and this is what I want. I'm going to turn off the heat and let it cool down on top of the stove. And while that is cooling down, I'm still going to stand by it to stir it to prevent it from getting burnt because the stove is still hot. As you can see, it's still frying, but the stove is off already. I'm just going to leave this to cool down completely. While that is cooling down, get what you're going to use to strain ready. Here I have a clean and dried bowl. Make sure there is no water in it. And I'm going to be using this strainer to strain it. I'm not using a cheesecloth this time. Now that it has completely cooled down, this is what it looks like. As you can see, the oil is on top of the ingredients. I'm going to carefully pour it into the strainer. I'm not using a cheesecloth or a wick cap because it is still a bit hot. And apart from that, I don't want any of those particles to get into the oil. I said that because whenever I make aloe vera oil or any oil that contains aloe vera, I notice that after straining with either cheesecloth or a wick cap, after straining with cloth, I usually get some of the aloe vera particles in there as if there is water in the oil, and it actually makes my oil go bad easily. I don't want that this time. That was why I just poured it into this strainer. I'm just going to carefully shake it until all the oil comes out of it gradually. I'll use the spoon to turn it. I'm not pressing it because I don't want any of the particles to find its way into the oil. I want the oil to come out pure and free from any form of liquid because of the aloe vera in it. And after a while, this is the amount I got out of it. If you look at it, there is nothing like water or any particles in the oil. What you're going to do next is to store it in an airtight container. This is what I will be using to store my oil. You can use any one of your choice. After pouring it into the container, this is what it looks like. You can use this for both your scalp and your hair. And if you've never used any of these products on your hair before, please make sure to do a patch test before you use it. Make sure to do a patch test before you use it on your hair if you have never used any of the ingredients I used in this video before on your hair. So before I use it, what I do is to hydrate my hair. In this video, I'm just using it on my edges. I just sprayed in water or any leave-in spray on my edges. I massage it in, and after that I apply a little amount of the oil on my edges. I applied on the nape of my hair as well, and the corner of my ear. I'm just using it on the outer part of my hair, not my entire hair. And this oil smells so great. It does not have any offensive smell at all. If you know how rosemary smell, then you know what I'm talking about, because it smells more like the rosemary leaves. I just massage it on my edges and my scalp, the nape of my hair, and everywhere. And I leave this in on my hair until I am ready to wash my hair. If you want to wash it out, you are free to wash it out after a few hours. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share with someone. See you in my next one. Bye.